Well, Charles Barkley has apparently had another off-the-court run-in with a fan. Edward Durham claims Barkley punched him in the mouth early Thursday morning at a Scottsdale, Arizona bar. Suns coach Paul Westphal says Barkley told him he didn't hit Durham. Barkley hasn't said much else about the incident. Police say they want to talk to Sir Charles. No charges have been filed.
I mean, come on. To play in the Olympics, I think you got to be crazy to turn that down.
I would have thought, though, the second time around you would have wanted to coach Angola instead of beating up on him.
Well, I just hope that, people appreciate our talent this time. Don't try to make a big deal out of everything we do. I mean, I'm going to play the way I play. I try to beat up anybody I play against. That's just the way I play. And people don't like it. They'll get over it.
Visit Phoenix. Danny Ainge, I presume, with the bear hug on Chris Dudley. They would meet again later. In fact, in the fourth quarter, they would meet again. Dudley gets tangled up on Ainge's leg. Ainge is in pain, and so he does the logical thing, which is smack him in the mind. Hello? May I see that again? Ainge's leg under Dudley's arm, and so he gives him the forearm shiv. Ainge would get tossed. Dudley would get away.
Danny Ainge says he is going to appeal the one-game suspension and fine that cost him a total of $35,000 for punching ex-net Chris Dudley in a recent game. He claims it was self-defense, of course. Besides, Ainge says he has had 4 NBA bouts now and is just 1-2-1. He says he lost to Tree Rollins and Sedale Threed in previous encounters. He tied Darrell Walker. And Ainge claims he won this one against the 6'11" Dudley because Dudley was knocked down. Now, Ainge's close buddy, Charles Barkley, promptly called him on this line of BS and said that Dudley was on the court there to begin with. Said Barkley, tongue-in-cheek as usual, and I quote, "Danny Ainge needs to retire from boxing and basketball. Ainge can't bust a grape anymore, so I don't know why he keeps getting involved in these things."
Who could that be? It's Charles Barkley with today's word.
Today's word is fined.
Tell the boys and girls how you get fined, Charles.
You can get fined for a lot of things, like yelling, arguing, and bad-mouthing an official, but most of all for fighting.
Have you ever been fined, Charles?
Never. Ever. No.
Charles is a great player, but he has a lousy memory.
But being on the road that long is,
Horry goes down heavily at the other end of the court and may have taken a pork chop from Barkley. He might have gotten a loose elbow. We'll see. It's against the smiling Barkley.
well, they're just going to call the offensive foul.
Oh, that wouldn't.
That's an acting job there.
Yeah, that's a pretty good job of acting. Although Barkley shouldn't be. Little forearm shiver. That's just I love you.
That's just walking into your position. If they called that, I don't know if Jabbar would have ever scored. He's going into the Hall of Fame with me on Monday night, Vic. Will go in. He's been to the line a few times.
Barkley blocked by Horry. Sensational block. They're on their feet as Smith comes to the other end.
Robert Horry, one of the great.
There's no question that the NBA is a league where the enforcer has his place. But if you talk to the players, you'll find out that intimidation is just as much psychological as it is physical. In many ways, then, basketball is just a game of mind over matter.
It's all a mind game. Like some of those guys, you hit them hard, and they act like they don't feel anything. And then the next trip down court, they hit you so hard, and you can't let them know it hurt. You know, it's all a mental game. It's just who can hit who the hardest sometimes.
Ooh, Danny Range drilled him.
Hold him! No shot!
Oh, here we go.
I got you!
Right now, let's take a look back at last night's action, starting in Milwaukee, where the Bucks were trying to avoid a disastrous 0-2 start at home against Philadelphia. Here we see Rick Mahorn of Philly and Frank Brickowski of the Bucks getting together for some pleasantries. Charles Barkley, the peacemaker.
Between the Suns and the Pistons, there is little doubt where the spotlight will be shining. It'll be squarely on Charles Barkley, as it has been during the entire Phoenix Suns road trip. 1 week ago, we saw Charles at his very worst, leaping the table at Madison Square Garden to chase down the officiating crew after the Suns' 3-point loss against the New York Knicks. And this past weekend, Sir Charles was at his entertaining best, not only scoring 32 in a Phoenix win over the Hawks, but providing a sideshow to a jam-packed house at the Omni. Tonight, Charles Barkley is again center stage, and
3 of 4 shooting and 2 of those 3-pointers.
Reed, the only Knick who's got more than 2 rebounds in this game. So the backboards remain a serious concern for the Knicks.
And
a technical foul has just been called on Charles Barkley. He and J.R. Reed mixed it up on that last free throw. Let's take a look at it.
Barkley trying to wheel inside, and he felt he got pushed off, but he initiated the push, and then Barkley gives him a little shot.
At the other end, Hubert Davis hits the technical.
That's the same shot, totally uncalled for, that Barkley was hitting Dennis Rodman with in the big Bulls matchup here, that the Phoenix Suns hammered the Bulls, handing them one of their 6 losses this season.
By the way, Charles Barkley told us yesterday he loves Dennis Rodman, loves his game.
He loves to play against him because he beats him up so bad.
He likes people to come out and work, and Rodman will come out and give you a hard day's work, so you've got to appreciate what he brings to the floor, and that's all Barkley's talking about. You can be a different personality, you can be even a bonehead, as he said he's been on more than one occasion, but you can't accuse him of not bringing it when he steps out on the floor. Barkley laughing as he comes down court. Gorilla has been interacting with the crowd, and there was one little guy who was less than pleased with the visit from the Gorilla.
But they needed Weber's rebounding. I just think he's going to be a terrific player here.
There's that spin by Barkley, and then Kite tried to tangle him up, but Barkley kind of gave him a little nudge underneath. Nothing called to him. Paul Mahalik's discussing it with Charles Barkley, now walking away from it.
Charles said, call the foul. Charles is refereeing, now he's directing, and now he's going to shoot.
And he hit it.
Why not?
Why not?
When you got that kind of talent.
That's right.
You can direct, produce, and score all at the same time. Suns lead 12-10. Let's take a look at Charles Barkley in the post. He's a little upset here. He missed a shot, thinks he's bumped. Watch the little right elbow here to Kite. Get off me. Okay, I'm going to get the loose ball. Now I'm going to referee a little bit. Call the foul, Paul. Come on. All right, talk a little bit. Now he's going to square up. Now he's going to direct people. Get off me. And then he's going to hit a 2-pointer here. So this is vintage Charles Barkley as he hits the 2-point shot.
He's doing the play-by-play as he was.
Askew takes it down the lane. No foul. And now the foul against Barkley.
They're going to call 2 on the side, a flagrant foul against Charles Barkley.
The Phoenix coach.
Askew coming to the rim. They got the ball. Kemp comes inside. Now Barkley got a piece of the ball, and it was a push at the end.
Line for 2 shots.
6 minutes, 19 seconds to go. The Suns led by as much as 14 here in the second half. That lead carved to 5. And Barkley is about to get a technical. Kevin Johnson holding the official from using his whistle. There it is, technical.
The hold didn't work.
Haven't seen that for a while. Kevin Johnson and AC Green were trying to hold back the official,
Bill Spooner,
from blowing the whistle. Kemp gets only 1. Now the technical foul.
John Kemp to shoot the team.
And now the ball on the sidelines. 4-point game.
Right here, they're trying to keep him from getting that technical call, but Spooner, he's determined. Yes, we're going to give you that tee.
He had it loaded up. Big part of the story, Sean Kemp, when he's in there, brilliant, but he's saddled with 4 fouls. Charles Barkley, like a good baseball pitcher that has a book on hitters, Barkley has his own book on his opponent, Kemp.
He's the type of player who plays on a lot of emotion. And emotion can work for you and it can work against you. So obviously I'm not as talented as he is, but I feel like I can use some of those old pro tricks on him if I get an opportunity. But the thing I want to do is just not let him get emotional and hyper and get the crowd involved. Because when he starts blocking shots and dunking and everything, he's very dangerous.
That was yesterday. How prophetic. In the first quarter, Kemp was exactly that. Dunking, making sensational plays, crowd in order, and then Barkley indeed used some of those old pro tricks, and Kemp on the bench where he can't hurt Phoenix.
Yeah, came right out with one, talking to the officials, drew the foul, and Sean Kemp has to watch for what will be for most of the third quarter of play.
I have an outstanding superstar in Charles Barkley and a couple other very talented players, but I think it stops right there. As far as we're concerned, we can go 12 deep, and we have a whole lot more weapons.
Charles, your feelings about this statement?
Well, I don't think all 12 of those guys going to get to play. You can only play 5 guys at a time, and I guarantee you our horse is going to be out there the majority of the time.
You lost 4 times to him out of 6.
Well, that was 4 out of 6 times. Give them credit in the regular season, but it stops there. This is playoff time, and I'm going to even help Charles in figuring out a place where he can go and relax after this series is over with, maybe a fishing trip or a vacation somewhere. I told him he's entitled to free tickets to the second round. I'm going to give him free tickets any place.
Okay, well, we'll see who's going to do it when they get out on the court.
Charles Barkley, he is something else. Not only as a ball player, but he's a real character.